everyone. This is Shauna Benson from OCALI's Teaching Diverse Learner Center, and I am back with some more how-to tips and strategies to apply to your classroom. Today, I'm going to share a strategy and some materials that are really geared for primary or preschool students, and I'll show you a little bit about how we can add in communication and voice output to an activity that many teachers probably use in their classroom, and some manipulatives that are probably already in use. All right, so today the focus, and this is actually a kit that comes out of our OCALI lending library with all of the materials minus one of the switches that you'll see here on the table. So it does come with the tree, the books, both the letter book and the number book, the Velcro alphabet and numbers, the Velcro book that you can use, and then a couple of single switch Big Mac voice output switches as well, and I'll show you how to program those also. All right, so in the Chicka Chicka Boom Boom book, I think most people are pretty familiar with the book. There's some great, of course, review of the letters, the alphabet, and the sequence. So the other thing that I love about the Chicka books is that there's a repeat line that constantly comes back throughout the book, and it's the Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, will there be enough room, and then up at the top of the coconut tree eventually. So one thing that we're going to do is we're going to leverage that repeat line to actually have students help tell the story in some cases, or if they're playing with friends, they can also add that repeat line to the play that the kids are doing. So as we go through the book, initially we know that the book starts out, A told B and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. So it is nice to reinforce that actual language with the letters themselves. So if A is telling B and B is telling C that they're going up the coconut tree, of course, we want to show the students what's happening. The kids can actually be the ones to do this. The teachers don't necessarily have to. And of course, as more letters come on board, the letters have to move up, and they can review the letters that are here, of course, and add in new letters. We can talk about, this happens to be a capital letter set. In the book, you can kind of see that lowercase letters are also represented here, so we could potentially pair up capital and lowercase letters as part of an activity related to the book. But I want to talk about the integration of that repeat line. So as the teacher reads the story, initially, about the time you get around H, that repeat line comes in, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, will there be enough room? And so what if the teacher pauses, and they're not the ones that will read that line or say that line, but we're waiting for a student. This is a timed participation opportunity. So when the student sees the teacher pause or sees the language even in the book, or the teacher could give the student even a cue, it's their turn to share a part of that story throughout that repeat line. And there are tons of books with repeat lines. We'll talk about many more of those ideas in another episode or version. But I do want to share a little bit about how to program a single switch voice output device. So this is not a device that has layers or levels in it. It is single, what you record on there, it's one saying one message, and that's what repeat plays every time you hit the switch. So you can kind of see that I put the title on here. You could put something else as a cue or a display, what's behind the switch or what the student is saying. On the back of the device, you can kind of see that there is an on-off dial. So you kind of roll that to the side from off to on. There are two switch ports, which you can actually attach external switches to if the student's not using the switch itself, or you could have several students who are participating in whoever taps that switch first can say the repeat line. And then there's this tiny little button kind of down in the valley of the back of the device, and that's the record button. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down on the record button, and at the same time I'm going to press and hold the plate at the top of the switch. I'm going to hold it down the whole time I'm saying that line, and then I'll let it go, and we hope that when we're done we'll have that line recorded. Okay, so pressing down. Number one, I turn my device on, so it's in the on position. Pressing and holding the record, and now I'm going to do my line. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, will there be enough room? And I let everything go at the same time. I'm going to see if we get that in return.
Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, will there be enough
Okay, so we just recorded. If we wanted to switch this up to another part of the book or a different line in the book, of course we could do that. There are actually a couple of switches within this particular kit, so you could record some different lines, even a series of lines within the kit, and the kids could actually tell different parts of the book, okay? So definitely interactive. It helps when students are participating members of storytelling and sharing. There is a secondary book within that also is number related, and it's, I think, a book about 1 to 10, but then also counts by 10, and that counts forwards and backwards. So this, in this case, of course you can use your little kind of tempo loop or Velcro book. You can use that with your letters and put them in order potentially, or whatever you would like to do, the kids would like to do. You can resequence the letters in the order of the book. For the numbers, though, you could actually, and I just have some magnet numbers that have Velcro attached to them. You could actually just put them in order, put the numbers in order, and then turn the page. So students could do these. I don't have all the numbers out. We'll do a couple on each page here. 2, 3, and 5, 6, 8, 9. Sorry, don't have all my numbers in here. And so if the kiddos are listening along, this could actually be something that they're jotting down what they heard in what order. And they're just using their manipulatives, and then they can retell the story that they've just heard too. Okay, and of course you can use these switches for counting. So one of the switches, you know, could have a number, and as the students go around the room, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this person has 5, and you would put that on the face. Maybe another person has the number 8 or 9. You could put that on the face, and they could count then with their peers in sequence as well. Same thing with letters. You could give each student a letter, and they call that out when it's their turn in the sequence of the alphabet. Lots of ideas here. So we're going to stop right there. I know we could continue to go on and on, but again, just as a reminder, this is a kit that is available in the OCALI Lending Library. Definitely check it out. There's a 3-week loan period, and you're going to want to get on the waiting list for this one. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you again soon.